Complex put out the top 30 NBA best NBA players of all times, and we're going to be going through that list. I already went through it, and I already have my misgivings about this list. I know who I want to be my. I know what my top five is, and it wasn't that, so I'm already taking offense. But it's actually overall a good list. But I don't think there was any list that anyone could make that would satisfy every single person. So with that said, before we go into it, please leave us a like, a comment, and of course, if you have your own top 30, your top 20, your top 10, or your top 5, please let us know. However, let's get into it. All right, so starting off our list at number 30. Oh, where is it? All right, number 30 is Chris Paul. Personally, I wouldn't put him at number 30, but he definitely should deserve a spot on that list right here. Now, I would not be going in depth in every player, but when we get closer to the top 10, top 5, I may expand a bit, especially if it gets me upset or if I think a player is not supposed to be there. But I won't do that for every player. All right, 29, Allen Iverson. I would definitely put him way higher on that list. I think he definitely need to be in the top 20, maybe top 17 player right there. But definitely need to be higher on that list, but he's there nonetheless, so that's good. 28, we have John Stockton. I don't know much about him. He is definitely a player from back in the day. Obviously, because of all the hype and stuff, some players get lost in the mix, but they definitely had some great players with some great stats as well, and he's definitely one of them there as well. Number 21, Isaiah Thomas. Absolutely deserve a spot in that. If it's 21, no, 27, sorry, give or take, but he definitely is on here, so I'm happy that he is there. 26, Kawhi Leonard. Now, I know a lot of you might be upset because Kawhi is way down the list at number 26, but I understand why they did it, and I think the reason why they did it is because of his injury. If Kawhi, and anyone could agree with that knows talent, and I respect talent. If Kawhi Leonard didn't have all those injuries he's been having over the years, what he've accomplished up until now would be significantly more. And of course, when you look at his stats and all of that, would significantly be more. But he made the list in spite of, so that's even a greater feat by itself. So definitely Kawhi Leonard deserves a spot. And at least 26, I think it's fitting when you're taking in effect or his injuries and that kind of stuff. When you take into consideration, sorry. All right, 25, we had Dwayne Wade. All right, yeah, he on the spot right here. Been putting the work for years. 24, Scottie Pippen. This is disrespect to the maximum for my homie Scottie Pippen. If there wasn't a Scottie Pippen, there wouldn't have been a Michael Jordan. The guy is instrumental during that era. Man, this is blatant disrespect to Scottie Pippen. And when they make those lists, they like to watch stats and all of that kind of stuff, what you accomplish. But I mean, he has the stats. He has it, you know. All right. So going down the list, we have Moses Malone. Moses Malone, another player from back in the day, right here. MVP he got in 1983 finals. All right. Was a 13-time All-Star, 8-time All-NBA selection. Yeah, man, it's a good player from back in the 80s, man. That was when the game was actually really, really tough. A lot of laws got changed from 70s to the 80s. 22, Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor for sure deserves a spot on that list right here. That's the number one overall pick in the 1958 NBA draft. Wow. The Rookie of the Year in 1959. Yeah, man, that's from way back in the day. Elgin Baylor. Kudos to you, big homie. Number 21, we have David Robinson from the Spurs right here. Great player, great stats right here. Definitely deserve a spot on my book. Number 20, we have Julius Irving. They said that this guy was a Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan when it comes to air and all that kind of stuff. Michael Jordan used to do. This guy actually did it. I'm not surprised if Michael Jordan took a few tips from him from back in the day. All right. At number 19, we have Karl Malone. Definitely deserves a spot on that. and it's actually in the top 20 as well. So that's actually really good spot for my big homie right here, Karl Malone. All right, number 18, we have Jerry West. Jerry West. All right. Going on the left, we have Dirk Nowitzki. I personally, I want to say I'm not a fan because I wasn't really following him per se. If we have fans of him here, feel free to let us know in the comments. But he got some good stats. He got a good stats. He's a 7-footer as well. He got some good stats. Number 16, we have Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley definitely deserves a spot on that list right here for sure. Number 15 is a blatant disrespect. I mean, Steph Curry is the number one shooter in the history of basketball. Do you get me? Number one shooter in the history of basketball. That's number one. The guy have won 3 championships, 2 back to back, and he's been there several times. And not just that, he knows how to dribble the ball. If he's not scoring threes, he's working himself in the paint to do his layups or giving his assists. Definitely should be a top 10 player for me, in my opinion, a top 7 player on my list. Because just the fact that he is the number one shooter in the history of NBA. Now, a lot of people might think, oh, the shooter is nothing. But if you take a look at Steph Curry, this guy is one of the hottest marked guys in the NBA. If we look at every shot he's made, it's unlike 2-3 guys marking him, and he's still making those shots. So, and I think there's only one guy that shoots like him. This is Trae Young, but Trae Young hasn't developed because when he's under pressure, like a lot of people is marking him, he doesn't really deliver as much as Steph Curry because it's not easy. It's not easy to do what this guy is doing, man. So that, for me, is 100% disrespect to my boy Steph Curry. Number 14, Kevin Garnett. All right, he deserves to be. That's a good spot for my big homie Kevin Garnett from the Celtics right here. No disrespect right here. That's a good one. Number 13, Kevin Durant. Should be top 10. I'm not a big Kevin Durant fan because of his attitude and he gets injured too quickly and that kind of stuff. But he is a very talented player, and I believe he deserves to be in the top 10 in my books. Number 12, we got Hakeem Olajuwon. Hopefully I didn't butcher this name right here. Is number 12. All of those guys have good stats right here. All right. Number 11, Oscar Robinson. All right. Number 10, we have Tim Duncan. For sure. Greatly respected by the man himself, Kobe. Tim Duncan should definitely be on that list right here. Number 9, Bill Russell, the giant himself. Now those guys are underrated. Now they even said this in the post. You won't talk about underrated. Sorry, you want to talk about underrated. Bill Russell is grossly disrespected. Yes, he's grossly respected. You said he's grossly disrespected, but still you put him at number 9. This is ridiculous. Bill Russell, man. Bill Russell. The stats are unbelievable. Especially when it comes to championships. Who has won more championships than Bill himself, man? This is ridiculous. And now Will Chamberlain, for me, in my opinion, he is at number 8 here, but he, for me, should be number 1. He should be number 1. Will Chamberlain. The NBA literally changed rules of the game for what it is today because of Will Chamberlain. You probably might not know. Will Chamberlain averaged 50 points per game. Are you hearing me? 50 points per game. Coaches tried everything they know in the book to get this guy. It was impossible. When they realized it was impossible, the NBA decided, okay, let's change the rules because that's the only way we can stop him, by changing the rules. Who can score 100 points in a game like Will Chamberlain? Who? Not even Kobe can do that. Kobe did great for his 80-plus points. Not even Kobe can do that. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. You know, whilst players are averaging 22 points per game, he is averaging 50 points per game. Average. Almost every game, guaranteed. He's going to score 50. It's ridiculous stats, man. He's in Larry Bird. Larry Bird is there. He's a top 10 player. I wouldn't put him in front of Wilt, though. Like I said, Wilt is a number one player for me. We have Shaquille O'Neal. Come on, Shaquille O'Neal in front of Wilt. And Bill Russell. But he's definitely a top 10 player for me right here. Kobe Bryant, number 5. He will be at number 5 in my books. We have Magic Johnson, and I would put Larry Bird just in front of Magic Johnson. But they are incredible players. We have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This would be my number 2 player. So it would be Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul, Bill Russell, and of course Kobe. Yes. Number 2, we have LeBron James. Of course, after Kobe, I'll put not LeBron. No, sorry, I'm going to retract that. Michael Jordan, then Kobe, then LeBron. But number 2, we have LeBron. I think this is biased for many reasons. He's still an active player. They want to sell tickets, blah, blah. They want to keep this, going viral. This is computer age, so they're definitely going to put him number 2 on this list. And number 1, we have Michael Jordan, who's definitely deserving to be in the top 5. But I wouldn't put him at number 1. Like I said, I would put Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, then Michael Jordan, then Kobe, then LeBron. That's my top 5. But that's it. That's it, folks. I don't have to talk about Jordan. Everyone should know about his stats right here. If you guys have disagreements about it, please let us know in the comments. This is not me. This is complex. If you have your own top 30, top 20, top 5, top 10, top 3, or best of all time, please let us know in the comments. However, this has been another news and reviews, sport reviews happening around the globe. Good night.